It Could Be Worse, a Jewish folktale from Poland, illustrated by Wenda. A long time ago, there was a family that lived happily in a small, quiet house in Poland. One day, a letter came for Ojiak, Matka, and Eliza. The letter said that Bube and Zade, grandmother and grandfather, were coming to live with them. The grandparents brought all their clothes, furniture, and even a favorite chicken in a big wagon. The farmer was concerned, so he went to ask the rabbi what to do. My Bube and Zade are coming to live with us. I am worried that there will not be enough room, and it will be very noisy. The rabbi said, "Let them come." Everybody was so glad to see each other. Eliza ran down the stairs. They spent the first few moments giving hugs and kisses. After the hugs, Bube and Zade, father, mother, bring all their furniture and clothes into the house. Bube and Zade have a lot of furniture, some of which goes in the attic where they sleep, and in some other rooms too. Eliza fed the chickens. It is crowded and noisy in the house, so the farmer goes back to the rabbi. "I did what you said, Rabbi. Now my in-laws are here, and it is really crowded in the house." The rabbi asked, "Do you have chickens?" "Of course I have chickens," says the farmer. "Bring them into the house," says the rabbi. Father is confused, but he knows the rabbi is very wise. So he goes home and brings all the chickens to live inside the house with the family. But it is no less crowded and noisy. In fact, it is worse, with the clucking and pecking and flapping of the wings. Eliza hides away in the attic. The farmer goes back to the rabbi. "I did what you said, Rabbi. Now, with my in-laws and the chickens too, it is really crowded in the house." The rabbi thinks for a moment, then asks, "Do you have any goats?" "Of course I have goats," says the farmer. "Bring them into the house," says the rabbi. Father knows the rabbi is very wise, so he brings the goats inside. It is no less crowded and noisy. In fact, it is much, much worse. The chickens are clucking and flapping their wings, and the goats are bawing and butting their heads. The house is loud and crazy, and it's starting to smell like a barn. Bube and Eliza hold baby goats. Mother is not happy. The next day, the farmer goes back to the rabbi. "I did what you said, Rabbi. Now my in-laws have no place to sleep because the chickens have taken their bed. The goats are sticking their heads into everything and making a lot of noise. My family is not happy." The rabbi thinks. He looks very puzzled. Then he says, "Aha, you must have some sheep." "Of course I have sheep," says the farmer. "Bring them into the house," says the rabbi. The farmer is worried, but he knows the rabbi is very wise, so he brings the sheep inside. When the farmer brings the sheep inside, all the family becomes overwhelmed with the noise and the smell of all the animals, bawing and bleeping and clucking and peeping and all the sounds of the house, sometimes even a crash or an ouch. Mother and Bube have baby goats, and Eliza now has a new baby chick. And of course, it still smells like a barn. Completely exacerbated, the farmer goes back to the rabbi. "Rabbi, I have followed your advice. I have done everything you said. Now my in-laws have no place to sleep because the chickens laying eggs all over the house. The goats are bawing and butting their heads. One of the goats even sat on the farmer's glasses and broke them. The house smells like a barn. Would you like some new chicks?" The rabbi frowned, not wanting any baby chicks. He closed his eyes and thought for a long time. Finally he said, "This is what you do. Take the chickens back to their coop." The farmer ran home and did exactly as the rabbi told him. Take the chickens back to the coop. Bube shooed the chickens back to their coop. Zade brought in hot soapy water to wash the floors and windows, and Eliza collected the feathers. Take the goats back to the barn. Eliza cleans up the attic, Bube sweeps the stairs, Mother dances with glee. Father chases the goats to the barn. Father and Eliza herd the sheep back to the pasture. Zade can finally enjoy some apple cider. Mother is almost done washing the windows, and Bube is almost finished sweeping the floor. The best part was the house was quiet except for a giggle or two. Everybody pitched in to clean the house until it was spick and span. All the family agreed their home was the most spacious, peaceful, and comfortable home anywhere. The end.